Hi Cancer, welcome to Sophquest. I'm Spence. This is going to be a weekly reading for you for the week of November 8th through the 14th, 2021. We are between the new moon that we had last week on the 4th. That was a new moon in Scorpio. We are still in Scorpio season in the third week of Scorpio. And so we're between that new moon and the full moon that's going to be on the 19th, and that will be a full moon in Taurus. Right? Scorpio's opposite axis, Taurus. So between those two lunations this week, the most important aspect, I think, of the week is going to be on Wednesday. And it is when we have the first quarter moon and Mars, the planet of war and aggression and passion, and Mercury, the planet of the mind, the intellect and communication, square off with Saturn, the taskmaster that makes us work very hard on things. So this could be difficult communication, difficult conversations. It could absolutely be mouthing off, right? It could be spouting off, verbal vomit. It could be a lot of that kind of stuff, but to the best of itself, if we stop first and we ask ourselves, do I want to respond responsibly or am I just going to react? Right? Because I think that it could have bearing, because we're coming into eclipse season and this lunation starts it, the new moon that we just had on the 4th sort of started it, and the one on the 19th that is going to begin eclipse season, so it's going to have a longer effect. So be very careful, if I were you, in these conversations, what you're thinking, what you're talking, what is the quality of your thoughts and thinking. Ask yourself that question. What am I judging and having too much polarity about good, bad, right, wrong? And what do I really believe here? So ask yourself, what are the qualities of your thoughts, judgments, and beliefs so that you can respond with more responsibility? Because I can see that on Wednesday as being kind of an ultimatum kind of thing where we're throwing stuff in each other's faces, and we don't want to do that. But later in the week, we've got Jupiter and a Sun trine Neptune in fusion, which brings more enlightenment, heart healing, and kindness, things like that. So for the week, I think it's a strong energy because, again, we're in Scorpio season. Scorpio is about the deepest feelings, and a lot of that stuff comes up, right? We have a tendency to kind of dredge that up in Scorpio season, and so you want to do it in a way that really brings light to situations rather than making it, more muck and mud that we're going to have to slog through later. Right? So it's just that. Okay, and Cancer, you're a water sign, so this season, is sister water for you. And Scorpio, you feel very deeply. It is kind of the light, it is the shadow to your light in some ways. Do you know what I mean? It's like right out on the surface of the water and what's under the water. So you feel it, Cancer. You definitely feel those waves. All right, this week we're using Nature's Whispers by Angela Hartfield and Josephine Wall. Beautiful deck. That's our oracle, and we're going to use the Paulina Tarot by Paulina Cassidy. I love both these decks. Love all my decks. I always say that, but I do. All right, so I'm going to shuffle a little bit more, even though I've already shuffled, a good amount. But let's shuffle a little bit more and pull one Nature's Whisper card for you. Cancer, for the week of November 8th through the 14th. For Cancer. Cancer, Nature's Whispers. Cancer. Let's pull one card. There we go. Vulnerability. Yeah. Yeah, I know, you probably are really going to feel this week a lot. And, you don't want to shove everything down so that you're sullen either, right? You just want to be able to talk to somebody you can trust and share your vulnerability, right? And hopefully heal some stuff by telling yourself the absolute truth. Look at that beautiful, sweet, and serene painting. If you could look at your inner child this way, your naked soul, right? I call the inner child what they call the inner child. I call the naked soul. It's the light that we are. That that light, that energy that we are, that light being. And if you could imagine yourself being at peace like this throughout these changing energies right now, you're ahead of the game, right? Okay, you'll do better. You'll do much better. All right, I love that. I'm going to read that for you out of the book, by the way, Vulnerability. But while I am shuffling for you and laying out your 9, if you could just settle in with me, take 3 deep cleansing breaths to lower your stress and bring down your cortisol. Helps oxygenate the brain, doesn't it? It makes you feel so much better. Ace of Cups on the table. That's beautiful. And the Wheel of Fortune. I love it. I'll pull one more. Yep, there it is. Flipped right on over. And 4 of Pentacles. Good. Okay, now I'm going to cut the deck for you and pull the rest. I'm going to read horizontally, vertically, and big picture for you this week, Cancer, like I do every week. And we're going to read the 3 under the deck to see kind of what's in the internal, maybe coming up to surface, okay? Okay. 8 of Cups, 8 of Swords, Magician. Interesting. Taking some more deep breaths here. Wow, that's beautiful. 8 of Cups to the 9 of Cups to the 10 of Cups. 8, 9, and 10. That's gorgeous. And the King of Cups is your last card, which is you and your yang, you know, acting with love, taking love to a higher level. It's like practicing love, putting love into action in a way that helps you to strengthen yourself in a time when you might feel vulnerable, right? It's kind of like when we're sad or afraid or alone or going through something. Sometimes the best thing that we can do for ourselves is to take our eyes off of ourselves, of being so self-directed, I guess, self-absorbed. You know, when life gets really heavy, we get really self-absorbed, right? So in those moments when we feel that, and it's just like all we can see is our internal stuff, especially in Scorpio, I think it can be really helpful to actually put your energy out on another. And what I mean by that is in the best way, to love somebody else and help them, right? To help someone else right now is what I'm seeing for you. Under the deck, I'm seeing the 8 of Pentacles, the 4 of Wands, and the Hierophant. You could be doing a project at home right now, something that you really feel that brings you reverence. It's like inside of your home. Look at this, 8 of Pentacles. It's like something you do every day, all right? It could be anything. 4 of Wands, at home or at least with the people that you're at home with, okay? People that you celebrate life with, people you get together with, but in your day-to-day life, okay, this is 8 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands is like what you're doing at home, working at home or projects at home, even your daily chores, right? Or things you do on the regular when you get together, like if you have Sunday dinner every week with family members, that kind of thing, those 2 cards. And then I'm looking at the Hierophant, so it's something you do traditionally. So this could be that you get together, you know, for Sunday dinner every week, traditionally. You can see that here, right? This could be that, you know, if you're married, that, you know, this is about home and marriage and working on it, taking care of it, practicing and having reverence for where you live, how you live, and who you are devoted to. You know, with the Hierophant, it's who you have faith in, it's what you have faith in, it's who you're committed to, it's what you're committed to. So under the deck, what I'm really seeing here is that this is all about you taking care of what you value. In your day-to-day life, at home, in your relationship, what you value. All right, let's read Vulnerability from Nature's Whispers. All right, Vulnerability, 34. See what else? Oh, turned right to it. Love when I do that. Okay. Vulnerability. All right, Cancer. It says, you may be feeling... I'm sorry, I have a tickle in my throat. Pardon me while I get a drink. Thank you. Okay. You may be feeling like you should withdraw right now, but this is an opportunity to wait and regroup. You're in need of some rest and relaxation. You might even be feeling a bit overwhelmed. It's okay. Take some much needed downtime. Take in your surroundings. Being at home, being reverent, just to be at home, right? Yeah. Take in your surroundings. Notice the season and the changes that are taking place out in nature. Things continually evolving. Think about the clouds, the sky, things that are constantly moving, changing, and reshaping themselves. And allow yourself to connect with Earth, Mother Earth, and nature in this deep way. Align your rhythm with the heartbeat of the Earth and slow down your thoughts and even your emotions. Trust that everything will work itself out. The signs that things work themselves out are all around you. Just take notice of that. That's interesting. You know, it's raining outside right now, and I have a skylight outside my double doors here, and so I'm hearing the raindrops as I was reading that, and it gave me such a sense of calm and peace. So I wish that for you this week, Cancer, because you are emotional, and this is an emotional time. So if you could just be at home, doing your daily chores, doing the things that you do traditionally from week to week, the things that you are committed to, and just having reverence for those things, the simple things, right? And taking stock of them, being aware of them, right? In the northern hemisphere with the deciduous trees, we see the leaves turn color and fall off the trees every year. And noticing how nature takes care of itself. Nature allows for things to die, for that season to change, and in the spring for things to be reborn again. Nature shows us that things do take care of themselves, right? That was your message. Okay, I like that. So I think that that's right now what you're doing. I think you're just needing to take some time to do what you do. Your day-to-day habits, 8 of Pentacles. At home, 4 of Wands. With your spouse, with your family, your traditional things that you revere. Practicing your faith, right? Having a safe space maybe within your home to meditate, to pray. Maybe you do daily exercises. Maybe you do Tai Chi on the lawn. Whatever it is for you that brings you into a stillness where you can really feel your soul relax. Whatever makes you relax. Whatever makes you actually take those deep breaths and brings down your cortisol and makes you feel like this. Resting, relaxing, and being just at one with time and space and everything else. And all the chaos and the phone ringing and kids yelling and dogs barking and anything else that you may be surrounded with, or even if it's a strange silence, it's beautiful, you know? All right. And I think that these cards are reminding you of that this week. So it's like, don't let that stuff get you off kilter right now. All right. I'm looking at these beautiful cards, and I'm kind of astonished at how gorgeous they are. Ace of Cups, first of all, is a blessing, right? Traditionally in the Rider-Waite, it's the hand of God offering this Ace of Cups. And the recipient, which is you, has this new feeling, a new beginning. It's a new lease on life. It feels almost like a miracle. It most certainly feels like grace. And it feels like a change, the Wheel of Fortune. This is you realizing the miracle of change, the miracle of how things work themselves out. And what you treasure, that you hold on to, Four of Pentacles, to stay stable. You know, holding on to what's been given to you and feeling blessed by it. Feeling blessed by it. Now, if something changes and you have to let go of something, this Four of Pentacles could say, it may be time to let go of it. Because only when we let go of things, sometimes open up and let go of things, can new things come in. Right? You gotta make room sometimes. So definitely make room for new things, right? For miracles to come in, serendipities, blessings, whatever word you like. All right. There's something new here that is so beautiful. It's happening in its own divine timing. And you don't have to do anything, Cancer, except open your arms to it. That's what I'm getting from that Four of Pentacles. Eight of Cups, Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is in the center of your reading today, and this is the girl standing in and amongst and being encircled by 8 swords. She's blindfolded and she doesn't see her way out. This is when you just can't figure out what to do next. And you keep going over things in your head and you can't come up with a solution and you don't know what to do. Okay, that's in the center of your reading today. Before that, we have the Eight of Cups, and this shows somebody kind of moving on. The Eight of Cups is about moving on. It's when we haven't been quite emotionally fulfilled enough. It's when we haven't felt this like kind of state of peaceful satisfaction, right? And instead we're in this Eight of Swords encircled by all of our thoughts, not knowing what we need to do. And with the Magician, I feel like you've been feeling like you need to do something. There's something you need to do, Magician, because the Magician creates something out of nothing. The Magician has all the tools. You're given all the tools right from the beginning. Heart, mind, body, and soul. To create the life you want to live. And this is saying the Magician creates their own hero's journey, right? You do. And the Eight of Cups is about walking away from what is not fulfilling and walking toward the Ninth Cup that will fulfill you. But in order for you to do that, in order for you to create the space to be able to move forward and go for something, some beautiful new thing that is trying to come in for you, this Ace of Cups, it's for you. It's meant for you. But you cannot unless you, number one, open up your arms to it and come out of this energy where you feel like you got to hold on tight to what you got because you're so worried about losing something or lacking, that you end up staying in this Eight of Swords, talking yourself into that. Eight of Swords, Four of Pentacles. Oh, I got to hold on. I've got to retain this. I've got to make sure I don't lose. I've got to. And you end up in your head worrying about, going around in circles and worrying about outcomes. Instead, this is saying, Eight of Cups, the Magician, you can choose whatever it is that you want to do in your life. You have heart, mind, body, and soul, the tools that you need. You have the skills, talents, and abilities every single day to get up and start over, to start new, to start something. With the new Ace of Cups, the energy is here for you to do so. And this is just saying, it's like move on, right? Allow yourself to create and move yourself forward out of the Eight of Swords, out of the Four of Pentacles, into something new. Because Nine of Cups, when you do Eight of Cups to the Nine of Cups, this is personal satisfaction. To the Ten of Cups, happiness with others. When you feel great about yourself and happy with yourself, you're happier with other people, which makes you feel on top of the world. King of Cups, like you're being your best self and living your best life. Cancer, that's what I'm seeing here. It's like, give yourself the permission to allow yourself to accept the grace that is being offered to you right now in your life, this Ace of Cups, to move yourself toward your dream, because when you do, there it is. Here's your 8 of Cups, gotta walk away. Here's the 9th cup, it's being handed to you, and here it is now, 9 of Cups. Then you have the 9 cups. 8 plus 1 is 9. Personal satisfaction, which in turn, I love this so much, gets you out of the circular wheel of overthinking and a circular thinking, so that you can just relax and be happy with people. You don't have to go over it anymore, right? You just kind of let that take care of itself, whatever the worry's been about. Because you've been holding on to energy that has ended up being stagnant, which does something to us. It blocks us from being able to be the magician, the creative energy that we're meant to be, the alchemist. It changes, you know, iron into gold or whatever it is, right? So it's that. It's opening up to your own creative flow, so that King of Cups, you can be the best of yourself. Allowing love in, allowing love out, flowing out into a beautiful synergy in the world. And all of this just meaning to say that when we block our energy, and this is very subterranean stuff, right? That we realize in Scorpio. That if we repress it, if we don't deal with it, if we don't shine a light on that shadow, figure out what that is, dust out that corner, bring a light to it, open up the room, air it out, we get stuck in life. So it's just saying, air it out. Air this out, your head. Air it out a little bit. Just get really, really relaxed in your mind. And allow yourself to be just nice and cozy, doing what you love how to do at home, taking a little bit of rest, and let this new thing come in. Let it come in from you. Come into the world from you. I love that, Cancer. All right. I wish you kindness, reverence, and gratitude. I am so grateful you stopped by this week, and I hope to see you next week. Thanks. See you then. Bye, Cancer.